Ashe, the message that I heard for you all is the only thing you can do at this point is to keep on going. So I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what's going on in your mind. I don't know what's going on in your household. I don't know what's going on in your world or what's going on with your relationships, with your finances. This could be something with loved ones, something that's about healing or just sad situations. You could be, what I'm getting is you're waking up, you're realizing just how wise you are over everyone around you, right? It's like you realize you're chosen, right? And that really does come with the price. So you can have a lot of loved ones that are truly near and dear to you, and they just don't have your level of wisdom. So it's like it hurts your heart, and all you can do is just keep on going, keep on pushing. I'm also hearing that it's like you have reason to keep going. It's like you gotta make it. It's like the only choice there is for you is to make it. Whatever make it is for you, whatever that is for you, meaning you have to reach your goals. You know what your goals are, you know what your dreams are, and you know it's not where you're at. You know you got big things to do before you leave this earth, and what your situation is showing, whatever that may be, it may seem like you're never gonna get it. It may never gonna get it, 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 never get it. You may feel like that, okay, in Vogue type of energy, okay. You could be an artist, you could be a singer, okay, but it's just given like no matter what, you know that you have to show up and show out first and foremost for yourself, and then outside of that you have to show up and show out for your family, for your loved ones, those that are near and dear to you that may have given up on life, that may have forgotten who they are, right? For whoever you're supposed to inspire, you're here to inspire other people to say, hey, if I can do it under my circumstances, because you're chosen, you're most likely going to have it harder than the rest of them, then whatever dreams and goals that these other people have, you're here to inspire them to, hey, you can do it if I can do it. So I don't know what this is, but Spirit is saying, whatever you got going on, you just got to keep going. You can't stop. If you inhale, why stop? Type of energy. You just got to keep on pushing through. You're going to make it to the goal line. When everybody is on different timelines, I can't tell you that. I'm here to just deliver a message of encouragement, of inspiration, of motivation to let you know you will make it to the finish line. But if you give up, you won't make it to the finish line. So Spirit is saying, just keep on pushing. Just keep on doing whatever you're doing. If some of you all got to switch some things up, just do what you got to do to keep pushing forward. And some of you all, your hearts may be heavy in some type of way just because of you're a very compassionate person. You're a very genuine person. You're a very authentic person, and there's not a lot of people left like that. Okay, so it's like you're an empath. You can feel the feelings of others, or you feel other people's emotion, or your heart cries out, for people that are dealing with certain situations, and it truly hurts your heart, right? But you have to, feel what you feel, but also keep your eyes focused on the mission, and if you're called to, once you make it, whatever making it is for you, once you make it, if you're able to reach back and help other people that you feel that compassionate about, then go ahead and do so. Now is not the time to be hard-hearted. Now is the time to really lead with your heart, okay? Be wise, but also, it's not the time to hold grudges or anything like that, because that heavy energy is going to only kick you out, is what I'm hearing. It's going to get you kicked out. It's going to get you kicked out of where you are, type of ish. Like, it's kind of like, let's say if you were entering the pearly gates of heaven, so to speak. It's like you're getting into heaven because of who you are. So if you start acting like an a-hole, or if you start acting holding grudges and having that heavy heart, Spirit's like, nah, you can't get in here. This is for the pure hearted. Doesn't mean you're not pure hearted, but it's for those that knows how to have the power but not use the power wrongfully. Kind of like, let's say if you have a black belt and somebody is poking you, you're not going to use your full black belt type of force. You could be like, okay, get out of here. You're going to handle it with care because you know your force. Now is not the time to necessarily use your force when people even try to wrong you or they try to get a reaction out of you. Okay, that's just the enemy. You have to keep pushing with your pure heart and ignore it. The best thing you can do if someone is trying to get attention from you or trying to get a reaction out of you, completely ignore it. Ignore it. By you acknowledging it, it keeps it real and it keeps it taking place. It keeps it on a loop. It keeps it gives it permission to keep coming back. But if you don't even acknowledge it, then it can't, that energy has to die off. What you give attention to grows. So if you're not giving attention to it, then it can't be in your energy because you've passed that lesson type of, it's like you've passed that lesson. So it can't get to you. Spirit is, maybe seeing how you handle certain situations because where you're headed, where you're going to in this season, because you're going, elevating into heaven on earth type of energy. It's like you have to, you're very powerful and you have to truly be able to use your discernment. You're in this position for a reason. You're chosen for a reason. You're a leader for a reason. You're a manager for a reason. You're a boss for a reason. You're a CEO for a reason. You're a parent for a reason type ish. It's like, do what you do. Play your role accordingly. It's like if a kid is trying to taunt you, you might be like, get your bad ass out of here. But you can't say that at this time. You got to be like, hey, you know what? How about you come over here and sit down? And, you can be authoritative, but it's not the time to move with a grudgeful heart or with a get back type of heart, because that's going to keep you in the gates of hell type of ish. You get what I'm saying? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So it's like the energy of the unit of Earth is already dense. Earth in itself is dense. That's why we came here to Earth, to show how powerful we are, that we can overcome Earth, right? That we can overcome death, that we live forever, right? But on top of Earth already being dense, just because Earth is dense, right? It's like the time frame, the timeline that the collective Earth is on, doesn't matter what country you are in or anything, but especially, in the USA, there's a lot of things that are taking place where a lot of people, they are on the other side. And you may be witnessing other people experiencing a lot of hurtful situations. And normally, on different timelines, we would say, oh, that's their karma. That's what they get. And Spirit is saying now ain't the time for that, because you may witness a lot of people going through a lot of hurtful things. And it could be you witnessing people who did you really, really dirty. They may be getting things. They're only getting back the energy that they put out. Right? And so it's not the time to be like, well, that's what they get. No, that's not the time for that. You don't have to help them or anything else, but it's not the time to also have a nasty heart either and be like, well, that's what you get. And no. It's not time for that. So I don't know who this message is for, but I'm only the messenger. I channel the messages and give them to y'all, and you gonna have to take it how it's meant to be taken for you. But Spirit is saying whatever it is, now is not the time to give up. Now is the time to truly move with compassion, because a lot of people are waking up to their own BS and to the lives that they're living, and they're not happy within their lives, and that's enough for them. So you don't need to kick anybody while they're down. Just because they may have kicked you while you were down, it doesn't mean that you kick them while they're down, even if you're doing it secretly. You may come across somebody's page and they'll never know that you came across their page, or you may hear something about them. They may never know that you know, but secretly, of course, it's just you, right? You may think in your head, haha, that's what they get. And it's like, no, because your soul still knows what you're thinking and how you're responding to that. And you're chosen because you know how to use your power. Your power is to truly fight the great fight, one of the spiritual entities that are out for you, right? To keep you down, right? And then also collectively for the powers that be that wants to take everyone down, but not for those individual people. Y'all get it. So you're in a position of power for a reason. You're the black belt for a reason. You're powerful for a reason, because spirit can trust you to respond accordingly and to keep your emotions in order, even when people want to get a reaction out of you. You still know how to handle the situation with care. You may use authoritative energy, but you're still handling it with care and with compassion, right? It's kind of like a judge. A judge can say, hey, this is you in my court, and what I say goes. So that judge can be mean as if they want to. But you're in the position of a judge because you're not going to be mean just because you have the right to. You're going to say, you know what, blah, blah. You're going to create a sentence that is fair, so to speak. Y'all get what I'm saying? So let's see what messages are here for whoever needs to hear them. Any other messages that are here? Okay. What messages are here for whoever needs to hear them? I hope everyone is doing very well. I'm hearing keep your hearts open, okay? And with that, keep your heart open is giving me, keep it open to receive. It's like spirit is keep your heart open for downloads. It's like you're an open vessel at this time to really get some very pertinent information. There could be things that you need to know even about the world. Like spirit could be kind of like back in the day how, it's like we've always had dreams, right? But getting those dreams because, hey, you need to get up and move your family here. Or I just feel like there's some things going on in the world where spirit is going to be guiding you on how to really move with your family. It's like, hey, how to make decisions for your family. How to, hey, don't go over here. Stay away from here. I feel like spirit is going to be telling you things because the veil is very thin. And it's like spirit is protecting you from certain things that you may not even be aware of. Spirit is putting you ahead of the game is what's being channeled through me at this time. Yeah. You can't make this up. We got third eye chakra. And then we got movement, choices, and decisions. Didn't I just say spirit is going to be telling you how to move? You need to keep your third eye open. You need to trust your intuition. You need to trust the visions. You need to trust your dreams because spirit is going to tell you how to move. Spirit is going to let you know what you need to know through visions. I've been getting visions. I mean, like I've always gotten visions, but lately they've been like Raven Simone type visions, like, oh, okay, I see, and you got to keep them to yourself because a lot of people that you're around, you're chosen. They don't get who you are. It's like you're the outcast. You're the redheaded stepchild. So it's like people think you're that weirdo or people don't believe you so you just got to do what you're being guided to do, even if on the outside it looks one way. You get what I'm saying? But spirit, spirit is really guiding you and telling you how to move so you can make the best decisions. Spirit is telling you what decisions to make so you won't ever have to worry about if you're making the wrong decisions, because even if you get off track, so to speak, or you think you made the wrong decision, spirit is going to catch you. So you cannot fail. God is within you. You cannot fail. Period. I don't care what it looks like you experience right now. This is part of your testimony. This is part of just you being dense. You're on earth. You're on the earth plane. So you're going to experience the denseness of being on earth. That's just what it is. You get what I'm saying? So everyone is going to have to experience the denseness of earth, the hardships of earth, so to speak, the thickness of earth. But it doesn't mean that's your forever, so to speak. But that's what also makes you chosen. That's what makes you this soldier. But it's also helped you to open up that third eye here as well. And you know how to move properly. People may be like, how do they know not to come here or not to do this or not to come to work this day? You can have people at work trying to plan certain things just to get under your skin, and spirit says, call out. Or it may be a situation where something happened where you got to stay home with your child or something. You get what I'm saying? I was going to say something else, but we don't want to speak certain things, right? I was going to say a child may be, S-I, but we ain't speaking that. So something may happen where you just have to stay at home, or maybe you just feel like staying home, or, whatever. People are going to be like, how do they know not to come to work? Because it's a group of people that could be at work on a certain shift, and then they was planning to say something to just get under your skin that day. And it's like you're dodging things. And people are wondering how you're dodging things, whatever you're dodging, whatever the situation is. You was going to turn left, and Spirit says, go this way home, 1444. Or go this way to the store, or don't go to the store, go over here. It's all for a reason. You may not never know why, but just do what you're guided to do and keep it moving. Don't ask no questions. Just keep it moving. Period. What other messages are here for whoever is watching? But just keep on going. Keep swimming. Dory, okay? Baby, you are moving in love. You see this? Love begins. Spirit, I got love all over me. Or however it go. Monica, you got love all over you. You're gleaming with love. You're vibrating with the energy of love. You're glowing with love. So people cannot defeat you even if they try. Because you are so genuine, because your heart is so authentic, Spirit searches the hearts of everybody on this earth. And so many people's hearts is nasty. And they like to get back. They like to do little things. And Spirit is saying, no, 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 no. And when you try to do that to someone who is very pure and genuine, those people are God's favorites. You get what I'm saying? They have special protection. We're all God's favorite no matter what. God loves everybody no matter what, right? We all come from the eternal source, right? But certain people have a certain level of protection because of their hearts. The heart is the life force, period. Without your heart beating, without air, you have no life. And even when it's kind of like, even like once your breath is gone, your heart can still be beating. The organs can still be going. Your heart is everything. You are love. So people need to watch how they play on you. Because you have a special type of protection. Because of who you are. Yeah, then I say you moving on. I'm moving on. Silk the Shocker and Maya, you're moving on out of some type of darkness that you've experienced. And it feels like you've been in the darkness forever. And like it's just slowly just holding on to you. But that's that tower moment. Those tower moments where everything has to get broken up. You got to go through it. And I know it's taking longer than what you expected. But that's why the message was, no matter what, you just got to keep on going and keep your heart pure at this time so you don't go back into that dense energy. It's better to just let that ish ride, man. It's like, you trying to come at me? Man, I'm focused. Imagine you sitting up here talking ish on me and I'm over here touching grass. I'm over here meditating and talking to fairies and hugging trees and you're talking ish about me. Nature, of course, is going to have my back because I'm respecting nature. But yeah, don't even try to argue with those people. You ain't got to prove no point because God sees what they are doing as well. The universe sees all-knowing eye, the eye of Ra. Nothing goes unnoticed. Spirit, you don't think Spirit knows who you are? Do you think you're so insignificant that Spirit doesn't know who you are and exactly where you are at this moment? You don't think Spirit knows about everything that you got going on? Tell him all about our troubles. He will hear our faintest cry. Answer by and by. Oh, come on. It's like Spirit knows exactly who you are. I'm feeling real old school. Old school hymns could be significant. I'm just here to tell you, I don't care what you're going through. Spirit still knows who you are. You're not forgotten. Maybe you are in some troubled times. In your mind, in your household, in your finances, in your relationships. But baby, you're able to watch this video. You're not doing as bad as you think you are. You may not be where you want to, but you're not doing as bad as you think you are. So be grateful for where you are. It could be worse. Period. So just keep on going because Spirit is moving you forward. Don't do anything to set yourself backwards. And the entities that we fight against that are unseen, the unseen spiritual principalities, right? they see that you're moving on. They see that you're getting balanced. They see that you're getting further away from the dense energy of whatever situations you have been going through that has had a plague over you or over your family, or the traumas that you've been healing and letting go of, your own traumas, family traumas, all of it. You've been shedding tears. You've been crying. You've been releasing. You've been running it out. You've been exercising it out, moving it out. You've been fasting, or maybe that's what you're being guided to do. You're truly doing the work. You've been outside. You're doing everything you know you need to do. Or either you're being guided to do that. Meditating more, journaling. Some of you guys are scribing, getting those messages from the ancestors. It's real. Now is the time to truly connect even further, if anything, because the veil is thin. So don't do anything to set you backwards when people, places, situations, entities try to get you to get a reaction. That just shows their immaturity. It shows it just shows a lot about them, but don't let it affect you. Period. Yeah, because again, you have balance and triumph right under that. You're triumphant. You coming in swinging. Drake. It's like you're coming in like valiantly. You have so much valor. It's like you have the winning flag. Ooh, and a whole lot of material harvest here as well. But you see, the material harvest isn't just the money. The material harvest is food, not that food you eat. Erica Badu. It's like the material harvest is more than just money. It's everything that you need. So whatever your needs will be met. From your basic needs to your most luxurious needs. But it's all according to your faith. But some of you all don't have that level of faith to get where you actually want to be yet. But you're not going to go backwards either. Just keep working on building your faith. And as you keep working on your faith, then you'll see how your timelines continue to collapse and how you continue to shift timelines into the life of what you do desire. But you can't feel guilty because you're so genuine and compassionate. That's what's holding a lot of you all back as well. Because it's almost like you feel guilty for making it and knowing what you know, and for being this high level spiritual ranked person, and everyone else isn't. I know that it's kind of like that survivor's remorse. And even in your mind, you may not think so, but for many of you all, it's like your heart is like, dang. So it's kind of like subconsciously, it's almost like you're holding yourself back to stay at the same level that you are. So other people don't have to see you make it and they feel even worse than what they're already feeling, because they're already feeling like ish. And then also knowing that they're never going to get what you're getting. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you went through everything you went through, but you get a reward at the end of yours. A lot of people, they're going through, but they don't have the mental capacity to enter and understand the spiritual realm. So it's kind of like they're stuck in the loop. But by you getting what you're getting, you're going to still be inspiration for them to go after their dreams. But they may really accomplish their dreams, right? Because that's what you're there for, to help them heal, whatever it is, to help them wake up to certain situations. However, you're inspiring them. However, you're still going to be you're still going to have that higher spiritual rank. You came first. You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's not saying that they will never pass the mentor, but you're the mentor. You got years on them. They can't catch up to the years that you have. They don't have your experiences. Even if they reach their dreams and goals, bravo, that's amazing. But your turmoil was still more hell than even what they're experiencing now. The reason you have compassion is because you're strong enough to get through everything you went through. They're falling apart. And that's what's making you be very compassionate, because they don't know how to get through what they're going through. But you went through way worse than what they went through, and you handled it like a warrior. You get what I'm saying? I know this is messages for somebody. You know how they used to say back in the church, it's like I'm preaching to the walls. I'm preaching to the walls. Are y'all listening? Do y'all hear me? Let the church say, Ashe. Let's see. Let's get one more. Let's get one more message here. Ashe, thank you so much. Let's see. Let's see. All of these cards is trying to fall down. Look, we got material and spiritual prosperity. Okay, let's get one more. What messages do you have for whoever's watching, Spirit? Okay. I don't know why they were trying to fall. Like, yeah, we ain't about to do all these. I'll just take this first one. Positive movement forward, away from heartache and loss. You're moving forward positively from any type of heartache, any type of sadness, any type of depression, any type of loss that you've had, emotional loss, okay? Any type of physical loss, financial loss, mental loss, all of it. You could have had people transition. You've experienced a lot. But you're moving forward energetically from all of that, and it's putting you on a different timeline. And other people will see you as like, whoa, how did they get there? People are gonna be like, dang, you favored by the universe. We can see who the universe favors, because they just gonna be like, how are you in this position? And it's more so spiritual. People are gonna be able to see your spiritual rank. It's not gonna be about your material wealth. People may be able to see what you have materially, but even that, I don't care if you got a gazillion bazillion dollars in your bank account. They're going to see your spiritual rank. They're going to see how spirit favors you. And that's what's going to have them more intrigued than the money. They may be like, dang, they got that money, but they going to see why. They're going to say, it's because they got, your spiritual ranking is not going to be able to be denied. It's not going to be denied. They can see it on you, or they'll be able to see it on you. They can see it on you now. So when you get everything that you have, people gonna say, oh, it makes sense that they got what they got. Even though they seen you go through hell, they may be, because sometimes people may be like, ugh, how they get that? They ain't even gonna be able to say that. It's gonna be like, dang, yeah, I see, clearly. People gonna want to hate, and they ain't gonna be able to hate. People still may try to find a way, but you ain't even giving no attention, so they're not gonna get that reaction out of you. So it's kind of like, it's gonna wake them up so much to where they can't hate or can't say nothing negative, because they know it's about, you're going to change their hearts, because they know that having that a heart like they may have formerly had, when they see you, they're going to say, okay, I got to change my heart. And it's going to make them do the heart's work, which is the hard work as well. But Spirit is putting you in that position to be able to do so. Yeah, you've made a lot of sacrifices is what I see. Look, I said I wasn't going to take it and still took it. The number 2 could be significant here as well. Yes, and wasn't I start talking about that power? Look what you've been through. It's like you have half human, half animal. You have human, half beast. You done been through so much. It's like you're surreal. People like, dang, how you go through everything you went through and you still here. You don't look nothing like what you've been through. And you still have come off so soft. You should be so hard and so angry and so irritated and so frustrated and so mad with the world. And people just hate on you for no reason. They hate on your light. But Spirit is getting those people together. Spirit is saying, hey, that's a special one right there. Don't mess with that one. They're supposed to shine their light. You are supposed to be shining your light, but since your heart is nasty, somebody else got to do it. And this is the person that's doing it. The person that's in front of you to show you that you should be shining your light instead of having a nasty, dark heart. Period. And when I say dark, dark is the essence of what we cannot see, right? It doesn't necessarily mean bad. Dark just means that unknown. They won't go. They rather just be and nasty, because they don't want to take that dark journey, that shadow of that dark shadow of the night. You get what I'm saying? Journey. They don't want to do the inward work. So they just take out its projection, a whole lot of projection. They just project it, because they're supposed to be shining their light too. They're supposed to be allowing God to use them too, but they don't know how to not get back. They like to get people back. They like to be mean. They like to, people are just mean-spirited. And they think it's funny. But they don't realize all knowing is watching. And maybe they don't believe in all of that type of stuff. oh, that's woo-woo, all that, or whatever the case may be. But they're finding that they FAFO. They effing around and finding out. Because Spirit is showing them that, hey, your heart shouldn't be like this. You need to shift your heart. Because that's what's gonna hold you back. And you can't blame nobody but yourself. People can't blame you because you're shining your light. They have to learn how to let go of the dense energy as well, just like you've had to, and they have to shine their lights. They need to turn their energy inward versus taking it out on you. But people don't want to go inward. People are looking at a sky daddy when there is no sky daddy. God is within you. You got to search within. Even though people don't want to do that, but that's why you're shining the way you're shining. Period. That's why you can go through everything you've been through and still have the type of heart that you have. When other people, they can't handle a fourth of that. A little bitty tiny centimeter of that, millimeter of that. And they'll be crying and everything else. But you got the nerve to talk about me. You got the nerve to try to pick me apart when you can't even go through anything of what I went through. You get what I'm saying? And if they say, well, I done been through this and been through that, and your heart, so you bragging because you done been through dark times and you still got a nasty heart? How is that working for you? Maybe you should shift your heart and you will see things begin to shift for you. But people like holding on, they think that's power. They think that get back, that nasty work is having power. They want to control something, but they need to control themselves. They don't want to look at the man in the mirror. They don't want to look at the person in the mirror. But that's why you have to leave people where they at, even if your heart goes out for them. And the thing is, you're so compassionate because you know, like, dang, that's just a little kid in them crying out. Dang, they just got to do some healing work. Like, dang, I wish that they could get it. Because you see clearly now. And that's why you're moving on. And that's why you're powerful. And that's why you're the leader. My time is getting ready to go out. Some people, they running out of time. But don't you do anything to hold yourself back. You keep pushing and you keep being the leader and shining your light. And eventually those who get it will get it. And those who not, it's above you. Period. These are your messages. Ashe, thank you all so much for your continued love and support. You can give this video a thumbs up and you can book your one-on-ones with me down below. I am LATRICE. Peace.